for 12/27/18. I'm here with Crossnights and Relic. We got the Goon crew back together as we all.
Yeah.
Look on this book, man. That's what I.
Welcome to the first and last podcast of 2018.
Now we're gonna do one tomorrow
Holy
too.
shit.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make up for lost time here, Cross. Come on, let's start this.
Oh, my computer's too weird for this. I can't. It's rebelling.
It has been so long that I don't even remember how this started. So how have you guys been? There we go. It's all coming back to me. How have you been, Relic?
Hating life as always.
Hey,
How
that's
you been?
pretty good. We actually got a how he's been out of him.
Yeah, Relic didn't remember how it started. This is the
Yeah.
part where we ask him and he doesn't actually give us an answer.
Oh, that was like I don't really give you an answer, but I gave you enough that you guys leave me alone answer.
That was more than we've ever gotten, so I'm feeling pretty
Oh.
good about it. I mean, except for the fact where you're hating all life, but
Yeah.
beyond that, I'm glad we got an answer.
What about you, Cross?
I made the mistake of trying to clean my mother's whore department,
Oh god.
and I had such a severe allergic reaction that I'm still feeling it, and it was 6 days ago.
Damn. Just
So
have like plates of asbestos sitting around.
so for Christmas, because we're at my mother's house, 203's father gave me what's essentially a gas mask, and I just wore it the whole time.
Oh.
And of course, I did a Bane impression for most of it because I sounded exactly like him.
Did he know what was happening? Like what you were gonna go do?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I need a gas mask to spend Christmas at my mother's house.
Yeah, I mean
That's just
if you're
where my
cleaning,
life is.
maybe.
I think just existing because everything was affecting me. But if this crap keeps on happening, I'm gonna have to go to the doctor and be like, why am I dying each time a cat walks by?
I don't know why, but I have like an allergic reaction as well, where I get like really fucking itchy randomly, like, and then bumps start forming. I did a stream a couple times with Dagless, and one time on a Killing Floor 2 stream, I was just sitting there scratching my fucking legs, complaining about how itchy I was.
And maybe if you weren't addicted to heroin, you wouldn't have this problem.
Listen, I've tried that, but it doesn't help.
You've tried
get
to
off.
not be addicted to it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so you might as well
Methamphetamine.
just keep on doing it.
It's
then.
probably the meth. To be honest here.
No, it's a step up.
No, but
What
it's
is that,
been a long time since our last podcast, and I would just like to say I'd like to dedicate this podcast to the passing of Total Biscuit, John Bain. I meant to do one like the week after he died, but at least this way, with all this fucking procrastination, nobody can say that we're trying to leech off the death of one of the greatest YouTubers that I knew. I'll miss him.
Amen.
I'm a pastafarian. It should be ramen.
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 Oh man. I'll miss that boy. Did you watch the memorial podcast that they had on the Co-op Show podcast?
Yeah. I don't remember my thoughts on it though because that was approximately 400 days ago. But I there was feels.
You know, watching them cry and shit. Like you
Yeah.
can tell they were holding back stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
miss his SoundCloud rants.
It's a little bit weird that they still have the. I guess they mainly like. Here's my impression. I think if it wasn't for him saying I want the podcast to keep going, I'm pretty sure they would have just stopped doing the podcast.
Oh yeah.
But
Definitely.
he kind of final wished them, so they're doing it for at least a little bit longer.
And if they didn't do it for that amount of time, I think the fan base would be pissed off.
Maybe I don't know. I would have accepted it, and I was definitely a fan. I'm sure it makes his wife money also, which is another reason he wanted to keep on going. But
Do they still have ads?
presumably,
I haven't
I don't know.
watched it in a while because it's just
Me
not
neither.
the same, you know?
Yeah, I'd be surprised. I mean, I had stopped watching for quite a while before he died. Because I just fell far behind, and for some reason in my head, I have to watch all of them. I was like, oh, I'm like 50 behind. This is going to take a year.
You gotta get that chronology going.
Yeah, for their time-sensitive news that they're talking about. It's very important that I get all the backlog.
You start watching now. So this new game in early access called Darkest Dungeon just hit.
Oh, I would have loved to get his thoughts on Darkest Dungeon, actually.
You could probably
I
go back
probably
and find
can.
it like somewhere.
Yeah.
But of course, it's going to be before they added all these systems like
Mhm.
stress.
But I don't think the bot's gonna tweet or Discord us out, so I'm just gonna
spam everybody for it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Mm.
I don't even feel like this. Like the Total Biscuit thing aside, I don't feel like the same person as I did last year when we did a podcast because
Oh yeah.
just so much has happened. If I met myself from that long ago, my hair has changed. I grew like a shitty beard.
My personality in life has changed, but my facial hair. Ooh. I'm now the evil version of myself with my.
Pretty much with a big twirly mustache. I don't actually have a mustache.
Oh, if only. Well, I mean, does the podcast even know that you have a girlfriend or a full-time job? Like, how long has it been since we?
I don't know. It's because it's been so long. We've been pod fading like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No.
That was back in just before Halloween of last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before the other 24-hour live stream.
No, so I wouldn't have had a girlfriend.
Okay.
Danny and I just had our first year anniversary on the 11th, so that was pretty cool.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. That's why you didn't come. I remember now.
Yes. On the 11th?
Well, yeah, because we were gonna do the podcast for Total Biscuit, and then you just didn't show up, and then you were like, "Oh, well." I mean, like 3 days later, you were like, "Oh," because you completely forgot.
No, you know what else I noticed? We missed the Wade and Q's 5th year anniversary as well.
Oh God,
which sucks. That was on.
We started this 5 years ago.
7/29, 2013 is when we started.
I mean, can we even call it a 5-year anniversary? Like, if you're married for 4 years and get divorced for a year and then get back together,
it's not like
they're getting divorced. They're just separated. That's all.
Exactly.
Yes, that's true.
Exactly. You can still like meet up and bang one time a year.
Yeah, but we didn't even do that. So
yeah, we didn't even do that, Cube. We were stood up.
We were like, "Hey, you want to bang in this shack?" And you were like, "Yeah, I'll be there in 20." And then you never came. And 3 days later, we found out and banged someone else.
Can we just bang in honor of Total Biscuit? And then you just left. And, what? No.
Too soon, Christ. Too soon.
No, I don't think it is.
See, if somebody's going back and watching all of these podcasts, the chronology of like us telling them or talking about Total Biscuit's disease, and then him finding out that he's dead, then it would be too soon.
Well, that's on them. They have to look at the dates. It's been a year.
If they've lived in a hole for this long, I mean, I don't know what to tell them. I guess if they didn't know who he was at all, and they're just finding out now.
But yeah, I think the main reason Cube wanted to do this is because he, for some reason, ignored all of the media hype and bought Fallout 76.
That's not the main reason at all.
Isn't it?
No.
I don't think it has anything to do with you actually caring about the podcast or us. I think it's just that.
What? You think I give enough of a shit about Fallout 76 to revive this shitty podcast? Really?
Yeah, you were like, I got a bitch about this.
No, I was just like, you know what I wanted to do when Total Biscuit died? A memorial podcast. That's like 90% of the reason why I wanted to do it. To dedicate this podcast to Total Biscuit. And be like, hey, bub, you really made an impact on my life, and I loved you, and I'm so sad I was never able to meet him in real life and shake his hand. And
yeah, but he would have hated you anyway.
Probably. But
I mean, he would have pretended he didn't, though.
Yeah, that's the important part. Like, you can hate a person, but just pretend that you don't,
Oh, yeah. Is that what you guys tell yourselves at night whenever you think of me?
Yes.
Like, oh, he just pretends he doesn't hate us. That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, he does. I mean, sometimes he doesn't do a great job of pretending he doesn't hate us.
Actually, a lot of the
sometimes
time
it feels like he kind of might like us sometimes, and I appreciate the effort.
It's an abusive relationship we got going on here.
I could
say.
Anyway, carry on.
The robot tweeted us out. Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Like 3 times.
Oh, that's not very good.
The robot spamming the chats.
Or been tweeted out 3 times. Yeah.
Who the hell's even?
So, Yeah, I mean,
Fallout 76.
no,
Great game, right?
I bought that game. It's fantastic. Best game ever. I enjoy every second of it.
Did you
PS4
actually buy it?
So good. No, hell no.
Okay, good.
I will eventually on PS4.
I bought it for like $35 after like a week of it being launched, because that's how desperate they were for making money back. And even that, $35 is $35 too much. I don't even know if I would play that for free to play, for fuck's sake.
The mistake you're making is not playing it with other people. So I've actually played the game a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you play it with someone else, it's actually playable.
Okay.
If you're playing it alone, it's not that playable.
You know what else we played that was kind of playable when we played it with friends? Fucking Primal Fear. 3? Oh. And Dead Space 3 and Fear, like these very average, extremely average games.
Yeah. But with Fallout 76, I give them a
Primal
slight...
Fear?
That shitty top-down game.
Yeah, what is Primal Fear? Did I play Primal Fear?
Yeah, I don't know. We had like Primal Fear, and then we had some other shitty top-down game. I think Primal Fear was the one where you guys played, and you had to stay on the same screen, or whatever. Remember that?
Oh, wait. I think that was you and me. That was you and me playing.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yes. With the ghost catheters.
No, and then Buckus played it with Relic. That's what it was.
It was like a... Did I?
Oh, well, whatever. I just got confused.
Who cares? There's a game that's top-down and sucks. We don't know the name for sure. But it's top-down and it sucks, folks. That's what we're getting at.
And it's on the same level as Fallout 76 when you play with friends.
And it was less than $5, I think.
I'm just trying to say, like, if you have to play with friends to make a game good, it's not a good game. Unless it's, like, literally a multiplayer only game.
Yeah, unless it's like Tabletop Sim or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you could say that about Dead Island, that you had to play with friends for that game to be fun.
But Dead Island was terrible.
Oh, yeah, that's my point. Dead Island's terrible.
And I did play that solo, and it did make me sad, and it did reveal my actual identity to Relic, who tracked me down. And
then we found your Facebook. And...
Yeah. Stabbed him to death. How do you want? Dead Island, I played that game, didn't like it until I had friends play with me, because it's like you have to have friends to play some of these shitty games to make them fun. But the thing I was saying, Fallout 76, I kind of, in a way, want to give them a slight pass, only in that I know it was an incredibly rushed game. So it's like I'm not going to blame the designers of the game. I'm going to blame the corporate in that case.
Oh, yeah.
How rushed was it? Because I know, like, Fallout New Vegas only had, 8 months?
I haven't heard the specifics of how rushed it is, but I know that the PS4 version, like, they literally dropped an update that was double the size of the game or some bullshit.
Oh. No, I think they probably fucked up real hard with Fallout 76. I feel like they took all the goodwill they had left and just shit on it completely.
And here's the thing, if they would have because everybody, I mean, I want a Fallout game that's co-op. I think that'd be amazing. So, like, I feel like a lot of people are like, yeah, can we have a Fallout game that's co-op? Can we have a Elder Scrolls game that's co-op? Bethesda, can we have your games co-op? And then they're like, yeah, here's a co-op, and they fuck it up.
They just completely fuck it up.
All you have to do is make a genuine Fallout title that's co-op. It's not hard.
Yep, like quests and NPCs.
I definitely do not give them a pass for releasing it in the state they did, because they charged full price for an early access game, essentially.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, again, I don't give the studio pass, but I mean, like, the individual developers, like, I wouldn't hold it against those guys.
Yeah.
Because they're doing their best job in what they got going.
Yeah, you never want to target developers individually, because that's just being an asshole.
And that's like, people will do that shit instead of being like, no, because most problems are corporate or management level. It's never like the individual, low working grunt. But people
if only they would have taken, like, Elder Scrolls Online and made a Fallout version of that, that would have been so much better than what we got. So I have a little anecdote of my experiences in Fallout 76. This is just one part of a greater picture of pretty much explains the whole game. So in a quest, I was doing a quest line. I got on the final quest of the quest line, and the goal was to kill an NPC. And I go down into the cellar where that led me to, and I find the NPC. Now the problem is he's dead already, and the quest marker is just over him. So I sat there and I'm like, what the fuck do I look it up? And apparently they did not instance the cellar. So that means that everybody on the server has the quest. One person goes in and kills that NPC. Everybody else who has that quest either has to wait for the NPC to respawn after the server resets, or they have to continuously exit the game, join back in, to maybe find a server that might have an NPC that's still alive in that cellar.
Doesn't it? So is there no way to do like a private session in Fallout 76 then?
Not as far as I can tell. Otherwise, I'd be doing that constantly.
Because that's what I
Which is
did for GTA.
It's the game that's supposed to be an online multiplayer thing, and it would be better if it was not online and multiplayer, is what you're saying.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
but there's a lot of games like that. I mean, in GTA 5, like if you're going to be doing any open world quests, like you just go straight into a private server. There's no reason to it unless you have to be in the public server. You don't go into the public server if you're going to be doing like a legitimate thing.
Mm.
The people in public servers on GTA are assholes usually. So it could be fun to screw around with them, but if you're trying to get like an actual goal accomplished, it's like, okay, private server, let's do it.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like it's built enough around multiplayer though, for me to want to interact with anybody else. I see a person like fucking around or something, and the most interaction I have is either like looking at them for a second, running a circle around them, and bolting off to my next quest because I want to get this painful experience over with as soon as possible. Either that, or like I'm sitting there dying, fighting a big ass group of spongy enemies, and then some dude in like full power armor with a minigun comes up and kills them all in 2 seconds.
Mm.
Well,
Yep.
dude, the problem there is that you're not playing it with your friends, your good old friends, people like me. I'd play it with you if I had it on the same thing you had it on.
Actually, one of my friends did say he was going to buy it, but I'm like, consider this. Consider just burning your money, and that's pretty much what you're doing, because I cannot guarantee I'm going to play it with you.
And in fact, it'd be better if you just burnt your money, because then you wouldn't also be burning your time.
And you wouldn't be funding the development of such a shitty product.
But what if they fix it eventually?
Well, then get it then.
Yeah, but what if it does? You know the paradigm where it's like you have to fucking pay.
What if Bethesda goes bankrupt?
Yeah,
I think we're
or
good.
they just abandon it. They could just abandon it.
They should.
Yeah, hopefully.
They should.
Hopefully they never attempt something so half-assed again. Hopefully they give the developers more time to do shit with their game. You know what's really weird? Sitting there, you're fighting a group of enemies in Fallout 4 or 3 or New Vegas, and they talk to you while you're fighting. Like, you shoot them, and they go like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking get you, you whippersnapper." But in Fallout 76, you enter a building, and there's like pips on your radar, and there's enemies all around you. And all you can hear is the pitter-patter of feet. No breathing sounds, nothing. Just and then occasional gunshot. It's just weird and eerie. And
They don't state that Dr. Fate will finish you?
No, they aren't like, you like the sight of your own blood. Nothing like that. It's just weird.
You know what's most funny about this, though?
What's that?
Is that we've always there's a theme here in these podcasts that maybe people have forgotten because we haven't done it in forever, but there's something we always say: don't do this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking buy games when they come out.
No. Well, if they're not finished, yeah. Like, and that's pretty much all AAA games at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always have said, wait, see how it is, and then buy it. Don't just instantly buy games.
Yeah.
People just keep instantly buying, and then they encourage, shit like Street Fighter. It's like, well, we made a shit ton of money off this game that wasn't done. Isn't that neat? Like,
I will eat your nuts.
Is that one of the things that the guys say?
No, apparently in Borderlands, raiders say that. But imagine that. Imagine Borderlands without the dudes talking, and they just like sort of walk around weirdly.
Wait, hold on. Firstly, just imagine the fact that fucking Borderlands did what the Fallout 76 is trying to do.
That's true. Like they were pretty much going for a Borderlands type game, weren't they?
Yeah,
Like,
except
ideally.
terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And always online. Another weird thing about Fallout 76 is looting. In the other Fallout games, you press a button, you get it instantly. But with Fallout 76, it has to contact the server when you search a container. So then it takes like a very slight delay, and then you see like a loading thing, and I'm just like, that doesn't feel right. And then you push to get the thing, and then it takes half a second to get in your inventory. It doesn't feel quick and responsive like a game should.
Mm.
Yeah, what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, you cannot play it.
And like, if you remember when this was first announced, like no one wanted this.
No.
Like everyone wanted a traditional Fallout game. It's just AAA companies are convinced that like single player games are dead, despite the fact like things like God of War come out and Spider-Man comes out and they break all types of sales records.
Well, Cross, I'm actually a huge fan of the idea of a multiplayer Fallout game. The problem is Fallout 76 does not feel like a Fallout game to me. It feels like they have the world of a Fallout game, but not the story or RPG elements or anything like that to suit it.
That's fair. I just feel like from the response that I saw that you were in the minority, there were way more people being like, this is not what we were looking for.
I think what people would have been happier with is if it would have done, what I had suggested, which is more of a Borderlands setup where you can play it single player, it's designed for single player, but you also have the option of co-op. I think people would have been all on board for that.
That would have been great.
Yeah,
I'm sure everyone would have been fine with it.
Just like shoehorn in a co-op mode into a standard Fallout game.
Yeah, because I mean that's what Fable 2 and 3 did. Fable 1 was single player. Fable 2 and 3 just shoehorned in co-op. It literally just shoehorned. It was like you're going to be on the same screen. That person's not really like a real factor into your story. It's a completely solo game, but you can have co-op, and it was awesome.
And it's also
sorry, go on.
It's co-op versus a attempt at massively multiplayer, which the big difference is co-op, you know the people.
Yeah.
Massively, it's some like kid who's like picking his nose and swearing at you, and his mother's like hitting him with a rolling pin.
And also nuking you at some point.
Yes, all at the same time. Very interesting life for that kid in that moment. But for you, just ruins everything.
Okay. Yeah. No, I get what you mean. Yeah, because my first impression whenever they announced it, I just thought co-op. I didn't think massively multiplayer. Then they were like, no, it's like.
Yeah, I
don't know if they said it straight up that it was MMO, but I assumed it wasn't. So that was me.
Fuck, I would have loved. That is a big difference between co-op and MMO.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah. So they're stupid. Bethesda sucks.
So all in all, Fallout 76 sucks. Hopefully Bethesda does well next time.
Now, are you done with it, companion? And you can finally watch the analysis videos? Is this the real reason you bought the game?
Well, you see, I've been running into an issue where my computer is actually starting to get kind of old now, which fucking sucks. I looked at the specs. I have 8 gigs of RAM, and Fallout 76 requires a minimum of 8 gigs. So what I plan on doing is buying 2 8-gigabyte sticks of RAM and just shoving those in my computer, and then hopefully I'll be able to play it effectively, and then I'll finish the story.
And then you'll watch the analysis video, which is the whole reason you bought the game.
It's the real reason you bought
That is honestly 70% of the reason why I bought it so early.
Well, I mean, I think you should have just watched the analysis videos like I did.
You know what?
And then bought it afterwards if you thought it was good or something.
I might buy Danny Fallout 76, then we can suffer together. She just got a
Why would you do that to her? Why are you trying to end your relationship?
We could also, play Stardew Valley, but that's a better game. So
yeah, play Stardew Valley. I'd watch. Oh yeah, and stream it. Stream the. Do it.
I could go on about bugs in Fallout 76. The best part is when you're in the middle of an intense firefight, you're like actually getting into the game somehow, and then the game just loses connection to the server.
Yeah.
And then it says, cannot connect to server, please wait. And then it just pauses the entire fucking game and then kicks you out. Every single time.
Stupid.
Oh.
That's literally the dumbest thing you've ever told me.
It's retarded. Imagine if you're playing Fallout, like, New Vegas, and you're just diddling around, and then all of a sudden you get booted from the game because your internet connection is lost. It's fucking stupid.
So it's an online-only game, then?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so fucking retarded.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, this is what and these details they were talking about during the announcement. It was like, no.
See, I never I just didn't pay much attention because I figured I
No.
didn't even buy Fallout 4 yet, so it's like I'm not buying 76 until after I at least play 4.
You can definitely see the direction they go in since 3, then 4, then 76.
Yeah, and the biggest thing that people are like, what the hell, was when they're like, there's not going to be any NPCs. The other players will be NPCs. And they're like, what?
Yeah, there's okay, first of all, even if that was the case, they would need so many more other players because there have been so many. There's been 5 times I've encountered another player in my 30, 40 hours of gameplay.
Yeah.
There's a game coming out by the developers of Fallout New Vegas called The Outer Worlds. And it looks like pretty much Fallout in space. Let me see if I can link that in chat here.
I don't know how the people of Fallout got a space program together, but okay.
I mean, yeah, it's called The Outer Worlds. I will definitely be keeping an eye out on that sort of game. That looks pretty awesome. So, speaking of Fallout 76, I have a friend, that friend who said he was going to buy it. I told him, might as well burn your money. I have something interesting to say about that. So his name, I will not say on the podcast, I was about to. But his name on Steam, never mind, I won't say that. Okay, so me and him are sitting there talking one night, just fucking around. We're going to play Killing Floor 2, but his wasn't working, so instead we just shot the shit. He works at my work, and, we sort of just started talking. He has actually watched The Creatures, which got me so fucking excited. I was like, yes! Another person who's watched it that I've met. Fuck yeah. The only other person has been Yoshi so far, so,
That's fair.
I was very excited. But then we're sitting there talking on Killing Floor 2, and I snoop over to his Steam page, and I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, oh, weird. We have 4 friends in common? And I look at it, and all of them are from a server from Gary's mod on Trouble in Terrorist Town that both me and Buckus used to play on.
Oh, that's creepy.
And I'm like, whoa, this is weird. You were part of Pixel Heart People? Pixel Heart People is the name of the server. And he's like, well, yeah, how do you know that? And I'm like, my friend and me, Private Buckus, used to play on there. And he's like, Private Buckus, I remember him. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? He's like, what was your name? And I'm like, back then I would have gone by Companion Cube. He's like, I think I remember you too. And I'm like, holy shit.
What the hell?
And I'm like, don't worry about it. And he's like, don't worry about it. He used to say that all the time. I'm like, oh my god. It's
the odds of that happening are so incredibly small.
Isn't it? It's fucking insane.
It's like literally 1 in a million. Well, it's creepy.
And another thing, he used to be in marching band, and Danny is all about marching band from our high school days. And they faced on the field in marching band competitions from separate schools. It's a real small fucking world, but
yeah,
holy crap. Ever since I got this job at Home Depot, over a year ago, my world and my horizon has expanded so much. I've met so many more people. I've had my ideas challenged. I've got, an amazing girlfriend of just over a year too. We had a wonderful anniversary. That was nice. But I'm just so glad I started that job at Home Depot. Even if my channel has died, withered and died.
It was just time.
So just thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you and your face, especially you. Yeah, you. You know what I'm talking about.
Except your channel's actually still getting subs.
How, though? I hit over 4,000 subscribers, and I haven't uploaded a video in over a year at this point. Pretty sure.
Because you're terrible. I appreciate you guys. Don't even fucking put a video up. Not even one. Not a courtesy video. Nothing. You're horrible.
I was working on Payday 2, but that's another reason I want to get more RAM, not just for Fallout 76, just so Sony Vegas 15 can run better. Because during transitions, it gets really choppy, and I want to see that nice smooth animation. So,
yeah, just
sorry. So I'm gushing here. I'm gushing.
That's fine. Did you want to talk about Street Fighter at all, Relic, or?
I don't really care.
So What was the problem with
you want
Street
to.
Fighter?
Well, if you don't want to talk, I'll talk about it.
You could go ahead. I'll add in and stuff.
Basically, this is Street Fighter 5, right?
Yeah, arcade edition, I believe, is the one
Yeah.
that was free to play the week.
So, Street Fighter, based off online, which is actually really good because not everyone has friends to play a fighting game with. But they released the damn thing. I think there might have been bugs, I don't remember, but the fact is the roster of characters was really small. You had to pay either $50 or $60 for the game, and you had to also buy characters with real-life money, or you could get the season pass, and by that I mean one season. There's 3 different seasons, so you'd have to buy 3 different season passes to get all of the characters. These were released very slowly, apparently. And so, again, this is like a $60 game. Then you have to buy more characters or earn them like with a painstakingly slow grind from getting currency. And then more recently, they decided that was not enough and that they would add actual ads on the loading screens, on the background stages, and on the characters' bodies. It's called ad style. Now, apparently, you can turn ad style off, but if you do that, you actually gain less currency to unlock characters. And the ad styles look really dumb.
Currency that you gained prior to ad style being added.
That's fair. So I guess it's just it's still ridiculous. Like Jim Sterling actually mentioned that Dulcim like stuck a sticker on one of the skulls on his belt, which are, by the way, supposed to be the skulls of children who died of famine from his village. He just stuck like a power bar logo on its face. It's fine. It's it's a nice metaphor for it's. So yeah, people were honestly, and me and Relic played it, and I have to say, it felt good. It felt like Street Fighter. It's just, it was ruined by AAA cash-grabbing BS. So.
Okay, so I'm looking up fight money now just to be sure. So because one of my considerations with the fight money thing was like, well, maybe you get more for playing online. We don't know because we didn't play like a ranked match or a casual match at all.
Yeah.
No, apparently most of the fight money is based on your character levels.
Oh, weird.
As opposed to actually what you do. Like survival mode will give you actual fight money, but no, character levels are what you get fight money off of. So it's like that's you gain 1,000 fight monies, which is nothing. That's like a penny.
Yeah.
Per character level. That's so shitty.
And to give you an idea, some of the characters cost like 100,000.
I think all of them cost 100,000.
So you'd have to, and you get 1,000 per level, you said?
Yes.
So if you get to level 100, which I don't even want to know how long that takes, you could get one character.
Oh.
Yep. But story mode would give you a little bit more than that. I don't know about the main story because we didn't have access to that, but the character stories gave you more. I mean, apparently, according to this guide, if you do all 16 characters, you'll get $160,000 in fight money, which is buying one character, and then you have $60,000 for poster in there. So that's not that bad.
But you can only do that once, right?
Yeah, only do that once though. But every character that you unlock has a story mode. It's a little bit more money. No, it sucks. It sucks. Mm-hmm. After 7 hours, now considering that we played like an hour 30 or something, so I didn't get any money for that part, but I only unlocked Juri. That was the only character.
After 7 hours, you got one character.
Damn right, you know it was going to be Juri. I was like, that's the whole character I bitched about constantly.
Like, think about, like, Soul Calibur 2, where you have to unlock characters. I think in 8 hours, you would have all of the characters.
Jeez.
Well, in my review thing, so I did talk about how in Dynasty Warriors, basically you have to play, everyone's Mushu to unlock every character, and that takes a long time. But I don't think it takes this long.
Yeah, and it's also, in a fighting game, you kind of want to have access to a lot of the characters, especially if some of them are better. Like, I'm sure some of the locked fighters are better than the non-locked fighters.
Yeah, in Street Fighter it looks that way. In some fighting games, there's that's not a thing usually in other fighting games. But like I've always been the fan of fighting games that are just like every character they have the same basic like stat line. Like everyone's basically they might be better in certain areas, but overall every character's the same, other than in their attack types and stuff.
There's always like tiers though in the upper levels though, because those are the people that play so insanely. They find out that like one character can poke 1.3 seconds faster than the other characters, and then suddenly that is the best character in the game because they're abusing it.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be able to abuse that.
We're
stupid as
no.
Shit.
That's why, but it's really like Street Fighter is a series that I grew up with when I was playing, and it felt really natural. And I don't know.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought
you picked
Capcom
the
was one of the
Japanese.
better companies, and I guess even they're falling for crap now.
Yeah, just for the record, yeah, it was really natural for him. Really, really natural for Gus. It wasn't natural for Relic.
Look, I mean, if you count all the time that I played with Street Fighters, I might have had a few 1,000 hours up on you, so don't feel too
Holy
bad.
shit.
No, because that game came out when I was like 7. Like, I played it in the arcades.
No, we get it. You're amazing.
Cross is just like, I wonder if this combo is still the same as it was way back in the... Oh, look, it is!
Like, it's the same as it was 20 years ago.
Wait,
Great.
did you guys actually play Street Fighter together?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played it for about 40 minutes.
Oh, nice.
No, I think it was like 40, 50
Did you
minutes, I
upload a
think.
video?
No, I have it though. I'm going to as soon as I was thinking of waiting until I got my new computer, which would be relatively soon, but I might look at doing it before then with Vegas. I just don't know how well that computer will handle Vegas.
I know that you're just sitting here just waiting for the podcast bump before you release a video. So now you can go ahead and do that. Now that you announced it on the podcast, of course. Get that podcast bump.
Yeah, as you know, all things that we do are released on YouTube/Relic Tie. That's not the actual address. It's
YouTube.com/Relic Tie.
YouTube.com/users/Relic Tie.
You can actually do you can do YouTube.com/Relic Tie, and it brings you to his channel.
Oh, that is fair.
Yeah, it loves me. I'm the favored child. And by that I mean I was here for 5 years or whatever bullshit. So you know I get that privilege at least.
That's very true.
I got grandfathered into their URLs.
You can't do unkempt cube. 404s. Hardcore.
Well, yeah, you can't do unkempt cube because it wasn't your original name.
I know. I'm sad.
So you fucked that up.
I don't like OO Companion Cube. It was
Unkempt Cube is a better name.
It is.
Like, straight up.
It is.
You got no resistance
cool
when you
companion.
said you should change your name to that.
I gave him resistance. I'm like your companion cube, but I'm never going to change what I say.
Well, I still call him Companion, but I like the fact that he's branded not that.
Oh.
I wonder if
I
any
don't
new
realize.
viewers are like, why is he calling him Companion? Because he's his friend? Is that what's going on here?
They
Yes,
probably
companion. Me and you companion.
I call all my true friends Companion.
He is
Yes,
comrade.
companion.
Or Relic is Comrade, your companion.
Yeah. Get it correct.
And Buckus is private.
But because is just not exist. He's no friend.
So
He was on at 8 a.m. apparently.
He's been having sleeping troubles.
So I'm like,
Though me and Cube are also up all night, so I don't know.
I was up last night.
I am having no sleep trouble. I sleep like babe.
How dare you?
I was binge watching Game of Thrones with Danny. So
I think babies actually have pretty irregular sleeping troubles. I don't know why that's a phrase. Yeah, babies are bad at sleeping normally,
like
aren't they?
baby.
No,
They
not
sleep for like
really.
4 hours and they're like, I'm starving, I'm growing so fast, I need constant sustenance. What?
Yeah, then you give them food and then they go right back to sleep. It's like,
Yeah, if you're lucky. Or they start
I mean,
biting
Natalie
you.
slept whenever Natalie was over. So Natalie's my niece,
Mhm.
who's now not a baby. But when she was a baby, oh man, she was great, dude. She just slept all the time.
Went
Oh,
all
she was
downhill
good.
from then. Is it?
Oh, she's still pretty okay, actually. she's not to the age yet when I'm gonna hate her.
That's fair. It's
She's
coming
getting
though.
there though. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a point with Relic that it's like babies I'll tolerate, and then anything to like the age of 2 I'll tolerate, and then after that I hate you forever. So,
Yeah, it's like you're forming sentences. Get out of here.
Fucking, that's the worst.
I hate children.
Yeah, sentences are dumb. I never use them. So can I talk about
No.
Can I talk about Hades for a little bit?
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sure.
So continuing the theme of never buying a game when it first comes out, I bought an early access game.
But this was
that
from
is-
a company you trusted.
Yes, it's from a company that I trust and I specifically want to support. There's very few companies I would do this with, but it is a roguelite or roguelike. I don't know, just debate the difference on that. It kind of controls similar to Transistor, but without like the slow-mo tactical mode. And it takes place in Hell, or Hades rather, where you are the son of Hades, the lord of the underworld, and you want to escape. However, obviously the underworld is specifically designed so that no soul can escape. So Anytime you try to get out, if you die, you go back to the beginning, which is just like a roguelike, but it makes sense in the context of the game because he's literally in hell. If he dies, he just goes back to hell. It's fully voice acted. It actually is a roguelike with like a story and characters that will like mention like how far you got and things that you did. The first boss, you can have like a conversation with her because she's an actual character from the mythology. It's very good. The only issue is that I actually finished the content, and to be fair, it took like many hours because the final boss was hard, but now I have to wait like 30 days for more of it to come out.
Yeah.
And the worry always is that I'm going to burn myself out on the game while it's not complete and then not want to play the full release. So I've decided I'm not going to play anything for a month until they release the next content patch. But the thing about this game, and if you look at their Facebook pages, everyone's still like, oh, it needs to be on Steam. Oh, play this on Steam. Why isn't it on Steam? It's not on Steam. It is only on the Epic Store.
Huh.
And if you don't know what the Epic Store is, that is the guys that make Fortnite have a competitor to Steam right now. They are they're giving people like I actually got Subnautica for free on it.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's a good thing because one, they I mean, I understand if people are trepidatious because they haven't proven themselves yet. But I support there being a competitor to Steam because they have a monopoly, and apparently they don't treat developers very well. So that's another reason I did want to support it. I'm not going to go like full on ham on the Epic Store, but I'm fine with supporting it a little bit. And also, the Hades will be released on Steam when it is fully released. So if you want to wait till then, I completely understand. It's just the early access is only on the Epic Store. So the Facebook people can shut their face. Like, come on. They're not saying it's never going to be on Steam. But also, like, I get that it's convenient, but, like, come on. They have, like, a super duper monopoly. Does no one care about competition? Isn't that the hallmark of true capitalism?
You gotta just stay off Facebook. Facebook people are stupid.
I should stay. Facebook is for olds, though. And as you know, I am old. And thusly...
What are you now, Cross? Didn't you say you were 35 or something?
I'm 35.
Damn. Like, I remember when you turned 30 and you were like, I'm old.
Yeah, I think I met you when I was like 28. So
something like that.
That sounds wrong. 29, whatever. It's probably 29. Like I started my channel when I was.
Well, I think I was spying on you when you were about 20. So I was probably about 7. So
when I was 20.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Good parkour skills.
I want to piggyback real fast off of the Facebook comment that Cross made. Mm-hmm. When Final Fantasy, whenever Square Enix was like, hey guys, and they were announcing all the Final Fantasy titles they were bringing back for PlayStation 4 and stuff. They were like, hey, we're bringing back Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles and Chocobo Dungeon and blah 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 and blah. Mm-hmm. And people were just like, what about Final Fantasy 7? God. And I'm like, we literally have a Final Fantasy that was only on the GameCube. You can't play it anymore. It's being brought to a new system, and you guys are just not appreciative.
Your Final Fantasy 7's already on the PC.
Yeah, but it's apparently not great.
That's the way I played it on. It was exactly the same. I didn't see any difference.
Well, I think they want an HD version.
Yes.
That's what they're bitching about. Yeah, no, that was my point, too. I'm like, 7 and 8 are already on PC, I think. Like, yeah, they're not HD, but...
Yeah, I get, like, I never totally got the remake stuff. Like, I would want to see, like, Xenogears remade, because that game literally released unfinished, where they stopped, like they just tell you about a dungeon, like, your characters went through a dungeon, and then there was a boss fight, and then you got to the boss. Like, that should be remade, but, like, Final Fantasy VII was complete. I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, well, but that's why they're bringing out, but that's probably why they haven't done it yet. It's like, why would we make another version of this? Like, we don't need
Well, they are doing it. They are making the remake, yes.
Well, good for them. I would just make an HD version. I wouldn't really... maybe that's what they're doing, but...
I don't know if you've seen the graphics to Final Fantasy VII, though. They do not hold up very well.
Yeah, I've seen a couple screenshots.
Well, but that's 7. I mean, 9's held up. I personally like 9's graphics, but they were like, we're remaking 9, and they remade 9 for PS4, and it looks way better, and it has added features, and I'm like, okay, we're good.
I mean, as we all know, Final Fantasy VIII is the better game of the two. I can go into detail here, but I don't want to drag out the podcast.
You haven't played Final Fantasy VIII, for one.
Sorry, I was clearing my throat. What'd you say?
But no, I told Buckus he has to buy Crystal Chronicles when it comes out for PS4, and we're gonna play it.
Is it going to be co-op?
Yeah, I hope it's co-op. It's better if it's not co-op. I don't know what they're doing because Crystal Chronicles was literally only good for co-op. Like single-player Crystal Chronicles was not fun.
Well, we're going to play like some sort of weird old top-down RPG together a while ago. What was it again? I don't remember what it was.
Baldur's Gate?
No.
Secret of Mana?
Yes, that's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, but that didn't work.
No. We tried.
Although they did re-release that on Steam, so
Ah,
I don't know
critical.
if it's co-op.
Thanks for stopping by. You guys got any games like coming out that you're looking forward to?
Oh, I just said mine. God. Dude.
Other than
We're not paying attention.
I'm not. Get out. No. Did you guys buy anything during the Steam Summer Sale?
Yes.
What'd you buy?
Okay, you go. Because I don't think I did.
Wait,
actually.
summer sale?
Sorry. Yeah, no, let's start from like the beginning. Did you buy anything at the summer sale last year? Or at the beginning of this year?
How the fuck would I know?
Go back into your account history, look it up.
Like that's no, I'm not gonna even entertain that question.
No, I
Get
mean the
outta here.
winter sale. Did you buy anything during the winter sale?
Yeah, I bought Neverwinter Nights, the complete edition of that, and I told Buckus to buy that as well. So hopefully he will eventually.
Okay.
But Neverwinter Nights is the original Neverwinter Nights, so we're talking like that old what's it,
2000. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Did you buy that for like the custom mods and shit? Or the main campaign?
I bought the main campaign and all the DLC.
Okay, because I know they have a bunch of DLC and then they have like a shit ton of fan-made custom stuff.
Yeah, so I bought it all because I was like, oh sweet, thank you. You know, I'll just take all of it.
It's $16.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good price.
Nice.
Because I already own Neverwinter Nights Diamond. I've actually purchased Neverwinter Nights Diamond 2 times now, I think. So, but then I was like this, and there's like, oh look, there's all this other stuff. So I was like, I'll just buy it again. I don't care. I love it enough. Like I really love Neverwinter Nights. It's one of my favorite games. So.
Well, if you want to see a comprehensive overview, Noah Caldwell-Jave did like an hour-and-a-half video on all of Neverwinter Nights.
I think he also did
watching it.
the second game too.
I think he did all of them in one video.
Oh, that sounds
yeah,
like
that's what. Yeah, it was great.
But yeah, because Buckus was like, oh, I like these kind of D&D like games, and I'm like, you got to play Neverwinter Nights. You have to play it.
It is like the most D&D game ever. Like the actual feats and stuff you get are actually out of 3rd edition.
Holy shit!
It's a great game. And then Neverwinter Nights 2, different, but still I liked Neverwinter Nights 2 too. So. What else did I buy? I bought game. Well, none of these other games I haven't played or I don't really know anything about them. I just bought them because they were like ridiculously cheap and they were on my wish list because they were unique ideas. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy Operation Raccoon City for the PC.
Oh shit! I forgot about that game.
Oh my god!
I think
I'm
I
so excited
own
to
that.
buy it and play it.
Is that the one for like PS2 that was multiplayer?
It's the one that was terrible.
Well, that doesn't narrow it down as much as you would think with Resident Evil.
Everybody says it's terrible. I loved it. It was on. I know it was on Xbox and PS3.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was PS2. It was squad based, and it was in Resident Evil 2's universe.
Yeah, you could play as like a waitress that had like extra pockets.
No, that's
or
Outbreak.
No,
that's
Outbreak. I loved Outbreak. That game.
Okay,
Outbreak is really good, dude.
Really?
You didn't like Outbreak?
I only saw someone play it and they like died immediately, and then like their zombie friend like ate the other people in their squad. It's very weird.
Dude, I loved Outbreak. Outbreak was a great game.
Okay.
The original Outbreak was a great game. Outbreak 2, I didn't have the pleasure of playing.
Yeah, me neither. I can't find like a copy anywhere. I was looking into buying it when I had money to spend.
Well, I'm gonna emulate them at this point because clearly they're never gonna be ported to anything. So, and I think both of them are co-op. So,
dude, I would play those with you. Also, we should totally play Raccoon City together.
If you buy it, we will play.
I will. I get paid tomorrow. I will buy this bad boy.
Dude.
Oh dear. Wait, is this a new Relic companion Let's Play being announced right here?
Yeah, it is. You know what? It is.
Thank you, Cross.
Oh yeah, by the way, podcast, I play the kazoo now. I think it's been so long that I hadn't played the kazoo the last time we did a podcast.
We're acting like there's this one guy who only watches the podcast to keep up
Hey,
with us.
someone's got to be subscribed to the YouTube channel still.
We're gonna bring somebody back from the brink of us being out of their minds, and then they're gonna unsubscribe, being like, "These guys fucking suck. Why did I watch them?"
Yeah, it's like, what? I'm old now. I'm a year
I'm going
older.
to college. I have
now.
a kid. Like, what the fuck?
A lot's happened in this last year.
It has though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna message Buckets right now and tell him to buy Operation Raccoon City.
So here, okay. While he's doing that, you were talking about Hades a while ago, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
There is a documentary going on from NoClip, and I think you would be interested in that. I'll also put it in the chat here. It's called "The Making of Developing Hell," and they're pretty much just going to follow Hades' development throughout the entire process.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because they're a really good studio that like actually cares, and they put a lot of little details into their games. I appreciate it.
What about you, Chris? You buy anything during the winter sale?
I don't think I did.
I got 4 things.
Let's hear them.
I got the shitty Game of Thrones game, the one that isn't developed by
on PS4.
Oh, really?
Wait, not the Telltale one?
Not the Telltale one.
Oh.
It's developed by a completely different studio in a completely different way. Although it has a 71%, positive rating, so it can't be that bad.
Well, someone liked it, yeah.
And then I got also The Long Dark, because it was only $7, and 203 was, recommending that. I got Tacoma, which is apparently a pretty interesting game.
Ooh, yeah, I would play that, except I watched a story analysis of it, and I know everything happens, but...
I'm looking to play Tacoma and Soma, and then watching that video.
Yeah, the Noah Caldwell Gervais video on Soma and Tacoma, I feel like it slightly changed my perspective on life, and I am not exaggerating. Like,
seriously.
It was profound, some of the things that he said.
That man is smart.
Yeah. Also, I think he's a time traveler from the 1950s, because he really doesn't sound like he comes from this era at all.
He doesn't.
And he drives a car from like then too, so...
Yeah, he took the car back with him, of course.
Yeah.
And then I also got another game called Paratopic, which is supposed to have a good story, but it looks real bad. Like, the graphics are like PlayStation 2, early PlayStation 2 era. But hopefully it turns out pretty well. And then I also got gifted by my friend who works at Home Depot with me and was also part of Pixel Heart People. He gifted me A Night in the Woods. I heard that game was good.
Is that the game with the cat girl?
There's like a wolf boy and a cat person.
Yeah. That's another game that I ruined for myself. But yeah, it looked pretty good.
Jesus.
You bought all the games that I ruined for myself.
But I know I'm looking forward to playing them. I just have to find the fucking time to play them. So, and that's getting back into Guild Wars 2 as I have been recently, that is kind of...
Yeah, you're not going to play any other games. What are you...
I'm trying to get through the story, and then I'm going to put it down. That's it. Just the story.
Okay.
Nothing else.
All right. You say so.
Do elevator music. Do ba do ba do. Do.
It's okay. We'll cobble it together.
Okay. We should be stable again. I don't know what the hell was going on there. That was weird.
All right.
Good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so I picked up Mega Man Legends.
Ooh.
Mega Man Legends 2. And then the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, which is Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty.
Oh my god, I love 2 so much.
So that's going to be dope. And I also bought the Final Station because it was like $2. So
you bought what?
The Final Station.
Oh, the Final Station.
Never heard of it.
I kind of enjoy that game. I remember watching Douglas play it on stream while he was incredibly drunk. It's not a bad game. Looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, so those are what I picked up, and I think I have something else that I'm gonna. I was gonna probably. I'm waiting to see what the last week of PlayStation sales are because I'm really hoping one of the Dynasty Warriors goes on sale.
That's one thing I miss about the Steam sales is that they used to have those flash sales, but I completely understand why they did away with them because people were waiting until like the last day to buy what they wanted, just in case it went on the flash sale.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I prefer just put everything out right away because I just want to be able to get my things and organize what I like, so I know exactly what's on sale and I can, figure out what I want the most.
Well, it doesn't quite seem like they have quite as good deals. Like, it's still fucking great deals, but not like 90% offs that you see that you would see. I think that's because they have all of the market already, so they don't need to put out those sales.
Yes, they need a competitor.
Well, some of the games, like the games I picked up, all of them are on really high sales. Like they were all over 75. I think Operation Raccoon City is 80-something% off. It's full package, like all of it.
Yeah, but it's Raccoon City. It's
Shut
Operation
up!
Raccoon
I
City.
love that game.
It's a good game, I agree, but who the fuck even is thinking about that game now, other than
No
like
one.
you and me?
I get your point. There are no new games that are on giant sales. You're correct on that much. But there are a few games that if you've waited like I have, they're on some pretty good sales. But to your point, any new game, the Steam sales kind of suck for this year.
That is very true.
Maybe they blew their load in the summer.
Yeah, I definitely bought games in the summer, but I don't remember what those games were.
Because I think the PlayStation summer sale may have been better than the winter sale. Which, again, I'm pissed off just because I'm waiting for fucking Dynasty Warriors to be on sale because I need to finish my collection.
Oh, good luck with that.
I'm pretty close, thank you very much. Pretty close.
You're welcome.
I believe you.
I've only got like $60 more to buy. Like I just need to buy Dynasty Warriors, 6 Empires, 6 Extreme Legends, 7 Extreme Legends, 8 Extreme Legends, and then 9's not out yet. So
that's a lot of shit to buy.
Oh, God.
Not that bad.
I haven't liked it since 5, to be honest. Like 6 really disappointed me.
No, 6 sucked, Dick.
Yeah, that one ended my desire to play the series.
6 sucked. 7 was a little bit better. I haven't played 8 yet.
6 was like, we have a really simple battle system. Let's make it simpler.
And yeah, no, 6 sucked. But I just because I love 2. Basically, my love for 2, 4, and 5. It's like I gotta just buy everything. I have to.
Not a 3 fan.
Okay, so what I've played of 3, I just didn't like the morale system. But then I didn't give it a fair enough chance. So I'm gonna be.
3's probably my favorite one. Because it was basically like 2, but just like with more character variety. And they kind of screwed up the AI after 3, as far as I'm concerned.
Kind of, but like the morale system for 3. Okay, here's what I didn't like about 3's morale system. It felt a little bit more arbitrary than 2, and you didn't gain morale consistently for how many KOs you got. Like 2 gave you KOs basically every 50 to 100. You got a chance for a KO, like for a morale boost for your whole army. So it was harder to maintain the army morale and keep people alive. So that's why I didn't like it as much. But
that's fair.
But everything else was good on it. And it seemed like the maps were a little bit, in some of those battles, were a little constricted in 3. Like, they just didn't utilize the whole map that they had. And I was like, what the hell are you guys doing there? But,
yeah.
Well,
the Mossang battle. Oh, well, go on.
The end of the podcast is coming around here. This is the part where we talk about what's going up on our channels. What about you, Relic? What's going up on your channel?
Wait, can I have one thing first real fast?
Sure, no problem.
I caught a bunny.
Like,
yeah,
do you have
I was not expecting you to say that.
So somebody lost their black bunny, and I caught a domestic black bunny. And I don't think anyone's actually looking for it, so I think some asshole was just like, I don't want this. So.
You're gonna keep it?
I have it. Yeah, it sounds
How did you catch it?
Because it's a domestic bunny and it's not afraid of people.
Kind of just took it.
It just went into your house. It caught you, really.
No, it was.
It's like, give me room and board.
It was wandering around near my yard, and then I just walked out, didn't scare it, let it eventually come over to me, and then I was like, "You made the mistake of coming too close."
Made the ceremonial rabbit call. Cuckoo, choo.
Tried to kick out of me, and I was like, "No, you're coming in. You can't be out here because you're black and you'll die instantly."
Black and that's racist.
Yeah, that's why I'm not moving to Pennsylvania.
Well, no, it just doesn't have any camouflage. You've never seen hawks? They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Hawks are like, dude, there are hawks that come down on the university and pick up squirrels. It's fucking scary. Those dudes have no fear.
That does sound pretty terrifying.
All right, so next on Relic's channel, rabbits.
I'm turning my channel solely into Overwatch.
Oh,
So if you
oh boy.
tune in every Tuesday, the arbitrary date that I'm making up for this made up part, put up Overwatch on my channel.
You did release that one video.
Yeah, which was post commentary.
Mm.
I only released it because I was like, yeah, I got nothing better to do. Here's a 3-minute clip of Mace Snowball fight with post commentary.
Fair enough.
I'm such a douchebag.
What about your channel, Cube? What's on your channel?
Sadness and misery.
CSGO. He's going to start a new CSGO Road to 100 with me.
Oh,
Relic time.
God, kill me. Oh,
In fact, we're starting that in 3 minutes after the podcast is over. We're going to jump over and do CSGO, folks. So why don't you join us there?
I'm looking forward to a second coming of a Battle of Wesnoth survival mode.
Oh,
We'll have them
Yeah.
woo-da-da-bum-doos coming out left and right.
Ooh-da-da-bum-doo.
and Relic makes so many farmers that it takes him 20 minutes to move them, and then he sends them following me. There's just farmers following me, and I don't even notice for like an hour.
That thing took way too long. Holy shit.
That's because I'm a dick.
Yo.
Dude, I
Alright,
had
it
so
helped us
many
win.
offers.
Hey, Rome, welcome to the end of the podcast. So, all right. So I might
Yeah.
actually have a Payday 2 video coming out once
Oh.
I get my new RAM and install it and render and edit the video. Then there might be a new video coming out. But don't hold your breath towards it because, you know, I'm starting college on the 14th. It's
Oh,
probably going to suck up most of my time outside of work.
didn't even mention that you're starting college. That's a
Oh,
big
yeah,
life
yeah.
change.
Starting college, it's just a small thing off on the side. I'm going for emergency
well,
medical
so-
services.
So we're never going to see him again. Great.
It's been nice knowing
Yes.
you, you know.
What's changed, really, is what Cross is about to say.
Yeah, that's basically what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's like normal. It's fun. We'll see him once or twice a year. It's
I
If you're
won't.
lucky.
I haven't
Hey,
seen him since the last time we did a podcast.
No, you saw him. You saw him for that game night that he came into after we
Yeah.
were already done. Remember?
Oh, yeah, you're correct. You're right.
That's how we set up the podcast.
God
You're
damn it.
correct. Oh, and I saw him whenever we were going to do the podcast, and your internet wasn't working.
Yeah, which by the way, you guys have cut out several times now, but I just didn't say anything,
Oh,
but because it hasn't been too bad. So I don't know what's happening. I'm just cursed. It's fine.
well,
It's
rip in
just your,
peace.
it's New York, I guess.
Yeah, all of New York just isn't working properly. That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
I feel like I would have heard about that. What about you, Cress?
So I am. I've been doing Breath of Fire 2 since a while. It's like at least 3 months. I'm getting close to the end, so that's still coming out. I think there's only going to be like 5 more episodes, and then that'll be over. I did a whole Dead Cells thing. I think I'm done with that for a while because I beat the final boss once. That's mainly what I wanted to show. And A Hat in Time is the thing that I'm currently mainly doing. A Hat in Time is an amazingly fun platformer. If you like platformers, but you don't like the super duper hard ones, definitely get it. Like if you like a Mario game, and it's a little bit easier than that, but if you like those type of games, I suggest getting it. I'm highly enjoying that. And there'll be at least one more Hades video, but then I'm probably going to take a break because I want to wait for the update to come. And then on January, I'm going to take my hiatus, which I always do on January. Yeah, I think I still need it. I've cut back my video production a lot since the last podcast, but I'm still releasing 18 to 20 videos a month instead of 31 videos a month.
I mean, what are you doing? Every other day? Is that
It's 2 LPs, then break, 2 LPs, then break, 2
I
LPs,
gotcha.
then break. So
like 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off?
yes, and the fact that I'm not playing 3 games at once has made a huge difference. My channel's also doing less well than it's done since 2011. I know why that's happening. I haven't played any game that's gotten attention in a long time, but I just can't worry about that anymore. It's already even the way it is now. It already takes up more time than I should really be justifying, even with Patreon and the ad money.
Are you telling me that
But-
you're not trying to suck up all that algorithm juice?
No, I mean, I know the algorithm is already not as favorable to Let's Players as it used to be already anyway. And then there's the fact that the scene exploded, so there's too many. And 2, Twitch has taken a large amount of the share from
Yeah.
Let's Players. Even I am more likely to watch a game on Twitch now than watch a Let's Play most of the time. So Yeah, it's just a different world.
I'm completely opposite. I don't really see the appeal of Twitch that much, to be honest.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate Twitch.
Like, every time I go to Twitch, I mean, the UI is all right, but I vastly prefer VODs. I can pause it.
Yeah, I like the editing, and I like the I just don't like the chats.
The
I guess
compressed quality.
It's for me. I think I found some people that I really like and that will like talk to me and interact, and I can ask them questions directly. Like there's games now that I just like I want to see some gameplay, and then I've like interacted with the person streaming, and I'm like, this guy's really cool, and then I still watch them. And you know, you don't usually get that interactivity on YouTube.
I don't interact with people, so
yeah, that's fair.
I think you're more social and more connective than Relic and myself are.
Yeah, I hate people.
More so than YouCube? Really?
I mean,
the second you left your house, you like got a girlfriend. like I didn't have a girlfriend for the entirety of my 20s. I don't know.
More so than me. No, maybe it's just online. You seem to be a lot more personable online, if you know what I mean.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, that's what's happening. Taking a break for a month. Yeah, and I'm actually probably going to make my announcement video for that right after the podcast. So, yeah.
So all in all, our channels are dying. The group fell apart, and it's been a horrible year.
Except for Relics, who's going to have the Overwatch bunny resurgence.
Douglas has pretty much become Drive Not Found.
Well, Taz is planning to step up the stream game. He just said that. It's part of his New Year's resolution. He's going to get swole, and he's going to stream more. So,
little swole. See, I imagine Taz is like a little guy, like 4 feet tall. I don't know why, but I do.
Taz is over 6 feet tall.
But I imagine him as a 4-foot boy. So he will always.
Because he's the baby. He's the baby of the group who's now like 19 years old or
and
something.
He's still somehow smaller than Yoshi, who is eternally 17. It's just the way it is.
Yoshi also is stream. Oh, by the way, Yoshi, I think, is one follower away from getting affiliate.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, if you want to follow him.
I will definitely consider it.
Okay.
So, thanks for watching, everybody.
I'll put that under advisement.
No, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you on the next podcast.
Which, there's no guarantee. We're not promising anything.
Yeah.
No promises.
If you guys like the art that's been happening,
but I like doing it.
drivenotfound.buru.org, the link at the bottom of the screen there. You can go there and check it all out. It's awesome. I plan on just leaving it like this. If you guys have any fan art, upload it there, and then we'll show it off on the podcast.
That we won't be doing ever again. Probably.
Ever again.
But we'll try, maybe.
Any final words, guys?
Yeah, Cube, you suck.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.